Hey, good morning, Conway Cougars and families. Hope you're having an awesome Friday morning, TGIF day. Hope that you guys are having a great start to your day. The sun is shining, a little chilly outside, but it's a gorgeous day nonetheless. As you can see, I have an awesome guest speaker here. He's right there. I think I'm pointing at you, Dr. Kizner. I'm learning this whole YouTube thing. Yeah, that's Dr. Kizner, everyone. That's the superintendent of the entire school division. He is the one that's been leading us and taking care of us through this entire ordeal. So I asked him to come on and just be able to talk with you guys, and you can actually see him. He is, of all the people that I've had a privilege of working for, by all means, he is up there as one of the most child-centered kiddos that I've ever worked for, and just an advocate of people in general. And I can't think of anybody better to be navigating these uncharted waters than him. So we're super excited to have him here. Before I let him take the mic, I wanted to make sure we gave a shout out to some of these viewers. You can see our numbers keep growing from 31 already right now that are watching. Some of these kiddos have been sending in some pictures and tuning in. So Sarah E., thank you for joining us. The Horns, Aiden and Bretta, thank you so much for your learning boards and also for tuning in. Emma Smiley, great job. I love those pictures Mom sent in. And Serenity, thank you so much for sharing your learning and tuning in on these morning shows. So thanks for all being out there. All right, Dr. Kizner, they're all yours, sir.
All right. Good morning, Cougars. I got my, I don't know if you could see it, but I got my Conway Cougar sweatshirt on because I'm a Cougar today. Yes, as Mr. Raybold said, it's a beautiful Friday. I know you guys are probably spending a lot of time at home, but if you get a chance today, step outside, but make sure your parents are okay with that. Step outside, enjoy the sun, go out for a little fresh air. I want to thank all of you. I know it's not been what you were expecting. You go to school, you get to be with your friends, you get to see your teachers and your counselors and all the adults there. You get to play outside, you get to have lunch with friends, and now it's different. But Mr. Raybold has told me that he has been so pleased with the Conway Cougar community, the families, that everyone is keeping up on their learning. Everyone is trying to put their best smile on and have the great spirit. And this will eventually end, and we'll get back together at our schools, and we'll all be able to say hi and smile and laugh together. Next week, your parents are going to get a letter at the end of today, late this afternoon, and I'm going to be announcing that I'm going to read a book, and I think on Facebook Live. I have people that help me do the right thing, and this book will probably be for elementary students. So maybe next week we'll get together again, and you can hear me read a book, and I look forward to seeing everybody back at Conway. And I do want to thank your parents. They get to see you more than they probably ever imagined. And students, make sure you're listening to your parents. You're not driving them crazy. And to the teachers that might be listening, I cannot thank you enough. No one expected this to take place. No one expected this to be taking place so long. But everybody's uniting, and everybody's trying to put their best foot forward and their best attitude. So I thank all of you, and I thank your principals, and I just wish everybody have a great weekend.
All right, sir. Well, thank you very much for joining us. So I have some questions here. How does a guy who seems to be everywhere at all times, how do you actually get some downtime? What do you do for fun?
Well, I've been, so like all of us, we're practicing social distancing, and what I've been doing, and I try to do it every day, and I think I've been successful, is take a walk. And I, walk in the neighborhood, and I live in the Stafford Elementary School neighborhood, so sometimes I'll walk down to Stafford Elementary School and Stafford Middle School, and if I'm really motivated, I'll go to Brook Point High School and then turn around, and that's a 5.8 mile walk for me, and that's what I do. So it's I think it's important. So the parents and students, I think it's, you know, it's we have to be in front of our computers for learning and maybe some fun activities, recreational activities. But it's also important to shut this off and do some activity. If you have a backyard, go out in the backyard. But I think at minimum, go outside and see the sun.
So my only other question is, how's your wife doing being trapped in the house with you as a Energizer bunny? Is she doing okay?
Yeah. So thank God she's a middle school counselor, so she has experience working with um, uh, I'll say high energy young people like myself, and she's working. So we have to find locations in the house where I'm really. I start my day every morning at 6:30, and there hasn't been a night where I haven't stopped working till about 8. Last night 9:30. So we and this is for the students and parents. We try to respect each other's space and realizing that her job is as important as my job, and um, she tolerates me well. And I will say we've been married. Oh God, I should know the answer. Since 1981, a long time. So anyone who's willing to stay with me that long knows my knows the things that they need to do to survive with my personality. And you do know well, Mr. Raybold, because
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
because
Yeah.
you don't. Yeah, I mean, you're the last one to call somebody a energized buddy. I can't. When I go to your school, I don't even ask where you are, because even if they tell me where you are, you were probably be there maybe a minute or two ago, and then you're somewhere else. I've never seen a principal, and I've been doing this a long time. I've been in school in education since 1983 or 82, and I have. You are one of the most passionate, caring leaders and adults, and I know your Conway community adores you, and which they should. But I'm lucky to be surrounded by people like you. So I thank you greatly.
I appreciate it. Thank you. It is. I'm the lucky guy. I get a paycheck for something I love to do on a daily basis. It's a blessing and a curse to be me, and I'm sure a lot of people out there can't stand it drives them nuts. But like you, I married up, so my wife has learned how to cope with me and deal with me, and she makes me go on some daily runs so I don't make sure I don't drive them too nuts. But yeah. Well, I can't thank you enough for what you're doing for us. I can't imagine us having a different leader in these times, and I think that you're certainly leaving a legacy here. That is for sure.
All right, thank you, and all you Cougars, have a great weekend, and be kind to your parents, and learn how to clean up after your mess, and you'll realize how lucky you are to have your parents helping you not only with your learning but cooking and cleaning and everything else you do. And for those who are listening, there's nothing wrong with making your bed. Try it. If you make your bed every morning, you'll feel you accomplished something during the day. That could be something important. So now my wife's not listening because she say, "Wait, why you give out advice that you don't follow?" But I will start following that. All right, listen, you guys have a great day.
Thank you, sir. Bye, guys. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Cougars.